Welcome back, guys. Let's take a look at another team. Here's one that I don't think I particularly like, and as we talk it through, I don't think I'm going to like it still. We're going to start here with the draft position that I took all these players, and I had the 12th pick in the draft. Debating whether maybe this is the 12th pick in the draft thing, or if it's how I drafted a thing, or if it's just how the cookie crumbled, as they say on this one. Who knows? Um, But as I'm looking at this right away, I noticed that I didn't really get any ADP value at all. And maybe I was kind of feeling that throughout the draft. You can see here, I took Harrison early. I took Wilson early. I took Cup. When I say early, maybe at where I've taken before. A lot of these spots are past like the true ADP that's on the site, but where I've been able to get them at. I took Debo basically at my traditional cost. Jones, who I'm not excited to take, and I can't believe that I took him here a little bit, but I took Jones here. We'll try to figure out why. I got Kittle before cost. I got Purdy just after cost. At least he kind of pairs up, which is nice. Addison before cost. Benson before cost. Brian Robinson before my other cost. Sutton before. Curtis Samuel dropped. I don't know how excited I am about that one, but he dropped and I got him. And then McCarthy before cost. Chandler before. And then finally I start to get a little bit of value with like Polk. Like, who cares? I mean, yay. I don't know. Zay Jones, yay, or even worse, yay. I think I just took it because he was balling and I didn't know who to pick. Herbert after. Herbert could be exciting if things don't go right for Swift. Shipley after and Foreman after. Like, who cares about these players down here? It's maybe there's some construction here that I like. Let's go look at the draft here. So this is my draft again, 12th pick of the draft. Went 4 wide receivers to start, which is fine. I'm okay with that. And for the most part, nothing exciting here, but nothing unreasonable either. Someone like, when this draft was going on, I would have ideally gotten someone like Waddle, or I don't know if I'm Smith ranked higher or not, but at least I wish Waddle would have gotten over here, which he was a lot of times, especially during this draft, but he didn't. Ended up with Cup, and actually I probably maybe would have taken these guys anyways, possibly, but I might have taken Waddle instead of Samuel or something like that. But took Harrison, Wilson, Cup, Samuel, not much else to speak about that. On the way back around over here, I took Jones right here. In fact, in the last video, I was saying that the other team took Jones out of the 12 and I was the 11. And I was saying that the players that other people are drafting a little lower potentially have a better chance of going up, while Jones probably has a better chance of going down than beating his draft spot here. And I still feel that way, even though he's on my team. Why did I take him here? Let's see if we can figure out why. I think it's because the only, I guess I could have, well, they were gone already. No quarterbacks available to take. Best running backs are, or sorry, wide receivers are Reed, McLaurin, Kirk, Brown. I drafted a decent amount on Kirk at one point in time. I don't know if he's risen in value or what's going on, but I haven't drafted him at all. And I'd like to be able to draft him to get some Trevor Lawrence correlation, because I want to find a way to get some of those QBs that fall. And the QBs went really early in this draft. Where did Trevor Lawrence go? Right here in the 9th. But there's a pocket here for QBs. I feel like there's a wide receivers early, right? There's like this pocket maybe here for some interesting QBs, and tight ends as well, by the way. In that you have like, where are they? You got Goddard right here. Bowers went earlier, but okay. But you got Bowers, Ingram. So there's something here like a QB tight end area or somewhere in the middle, maybe. And then you got, like we discussed in another video, in the 8th. So I guess these overlap a little bit, some of these ranges. So, obviously not all well thought out, but then you got this running spot here, running back spot here. I took in these rounds, did I want to, let's try to get one more round in here to the 15th, like that. Oh, you can't even see it on your screen. We'll go to the 14th here. In this zone right here, I have 1, 2, 3 running backs. He's got 4. He's got 4. So I wonder if these are the 2 teams to beat in this one. Let's see how they did, just out of curiosity. Wide receiver, then 3 tight ends. And then another 2 running backs. I mean, he could make this work. He could make it work, actually. Interesting how it went. But I think he did a good job of what he did. And this guy, let's see what he did over here. Was this the other guy? This was wide receiver, running back, wide receiver, QB, wide receiver, then 3 running backs in a row. Wide receiver, another running back. He went too heavy on running back a little bit, I think. But still, Dak Prescott, Deshaun Watson, Gardner Minshew at the end. Yeah, I think I was up in a draft that at least had some people thinking through things interestingly and maybe responded to the draft better than I did. I don't think I responded to the draft, maybe. Or just got stuck in a bad spot is maybe what it was as well. Took Jones here. I think it's just because there weren't any other great picks, considering I already had 4 wide receivers. Maybe do I take like Reed or McLaurin or Kirk here? Those are all potential picks. Xavier Worthy, I know a lot of times going up. Keenan Allen made it all over here. I don't think he makes it over here usually. So kind of crazy how this worked out. I think I was just in the wrong spot of the draft, to tell you the truth. But let's figure out what I could have done differently. I take Jones here. I take Kittle. I think they're okay picks at the time. I don't think they worked out afterwards. Coming back around, if I don't take Purdy here, I'm not going to get him. And hindsight, again, quarterbacks were going really quick, at least later on in the draft. So I'm glad I got Purdy here. He matches up with Kittle and Samuel. In the other draft, the guy that was in the 12 took Jones and Purdy as well, but he didn't pair Purdy up with anyone. So if I don't have any 49ers, I don't think I'm drafting Purdy here. I can't think of the reason why. Got Addison here to be my 5th wide receiver. I like him as my 5th wide receiver right there. Not bad. And then I hit this area where, I've been hitting some running backs. I hit 2, Benson, Robinson, and that gives me a starter, a timeshare starter, and then high upside, maybe a catching down type of back with high explosiveness that is going to come on later on, maybe, possibly. Come back around here. I took Sutton and Samuel in this one. It's because look at all the running backs hit. And then there's this other little pocket here. But these guys do have ADPs a little farther, if I'm mistaken. So I'm either reaching based on ADP or grabbing some of these like middling wide receivers. I'm not taking a lot of these middling wide receivers, so I think that's why I took them here, just because I haven't been doing it much. And these guys I can usually get later than where I got them, where I would get them if I drafted them here. I don't feel bad about it. I could have taken Musgrave here, maybe. If I take Musgrave instead of Samuel, that gives me 2 tight ends. I end up with 2 tight ends anyway, so to take Johnson, ouch. Okay. But anyways, 2 wide receivers. Nothing else really available here other than like, do I take Musgrave? Maybe. I'm not taking a quarterback. And for the most part, I don't think I'm taking a running back at this pick. This is pick Just pick 120, 132. Yeah, these guys are. Should I split the difference and take another running back? I think I do. Maybe. I don't think it really helps my team. I don't think I feel better about the team if I do it though. To tell you the truth, I think I need some help here on this one. So Mayfield goes, Watson goes. I take McCarthy here as my second wide receiver. He does pair up with Addison. Oh, and Jones. So I'm making that bet on Minnesota there with that. I like the concept. And I got Chandler here. Oh, I got both Minnesota backs. I don't even know if I noticed that at the time that I did that. I don't mind it though. I don't mind it because I didn't invest heavily in running back, and because I got him where I did. Did I get him at a value? Did I reach on him a little bit? I think I reached on him something. I got him basically at where he was, where I've been able to draft him other times. So same. I took him two drafts in a row around the same place. So that's kind of nice. One of them's got to be the starter for the whole season. You got to think if one gets injured, the other one's going to get more playing time. So I basically have one really nice starter with the injury, even though there's the injury concerns there, the upside, and then ideally the bigger role with some TDs involved. And then after that, I just started filling out players that this is where I got some ADP value, or like based on where I've drafted them in the past, at least. Don't feel great about any of them. This Johnson pick, I feel horrible. So what I feel horrible about in this draft is I only have 2 tight ends and 2 QBs, and this might have been the draft that it spawned me starting to do 3-3 builds a lot more because this one just doesn't feel good at all. It could hit, but I feel like my floor is super high on both QB and tight end, like super low. I got a boomer bust tight end here, and then I got another one who I actually kind of like, but he's hurt right now, and so I could be walking out weeks with like horrible QB and horrible tight end scores, and if that's happening, you're not winning this no matter what. This is going to be a very luck-driven team. If it does win, though, it probably bodes well for some of my other teams because I do have a decent amount of 49ers. I do have a decent amount of JJ McCarthy stacked with Addison or with Jefferson as well. Let's find a team that we can compare to and trash our team a little more. Who's got the closest build to us? 2-2 is not an often. Yes, there's no other teams with 2s. Here's the closest, I guess. 2-2. Here's the 2. 2-2 is 6-10. So here's the closest. Let's see who's we like more. Right away. I mean, not all the players that I'd be picking, but I do like how he kind of did some of this, knowing what his build is here with 2, 6, 10, 2. He's got 2 top, he's only got 6 running backs and he stopped at 6 after drafting 2 relatively early. I like that. He's got 10 wide receivers, and I like that too because he is slightly, not like horribly light, but just slightly light compared to maybe a couple other teams within 10. He's probably got 5 within 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's only got 4 within 10. So he's light on wide receivers, but he makes up for that with getting 10 of them. So he got more room to hit. He ends up with 2 pretty good tight ends overall. Again, you could debate whether they should be drafted there or not, but he got 2. He stopped at 2. I like that. He's one of the culprits that kind of made it so I couldn't get any QBs. He ended up with 2 QBs, one that is correlated with this tight end, one here that he can correlate with players later on, which he did right here. I like this team more than mine, I think. Different way to do it. I don't think I'm drafting some of these players at these costs, but but I really like his build. It's an interesting build. I haven't done much of this, but I feel good about it the way that it is. If there's something he could have done differently, what could he have done differently, if anything? I feel like if there's anything that he does differently, he invests more in wide receiver up front. He gets Pitts. He doesn't get Njoku here, but instead gets like McConkey, Addison, Watson, something like that. Any of them. If he knows he's going to get a Dunze here, maybe he gets Addison or Watson, and he doesn't get one of these two, just so he doesn't get too many rookies. And he's trying to fill that void with players that are going to hopefully get some points to start. Doesn't get Njoku here. And then if he gets on a wide receiver, he doesn't get one of his other wide receivers. He needs to get a tight end. I think it's you keep Dotson because he pairs with your QB. Burton is probably the one here, right? It's probably one of these two. It's probably Burton. Yeah, you pass on Burton, and you end up he was probably yeah, you pass on Burton, and depending on where Njoku goes, Sinnott maybe falls to you, which you don't know this at the time, so that doesn't really help. But even if he doesn't fall to you, you still end up with Henry or Otten, whoever you like more. And I kind of like the idea of better wide receiver up here, and then you got Pitts and Otten. I like that even more. But I like this team. I would have made that change. Uh, one early, one late tight end, make it a 2-6-10 build, and you're looking pretty good overall. If you wanted to, you could make it a 2-7-9 build and get it. Let's see who like get Clyde Edwards-Helaire right here, something like that. Not bad. Try to raise your floor just a tad on the team, but not that you need it. You got two pretty good running backs here. I like it. If I win this one, it'll kind of I don't know how I feel about it, considering how much I'm not really digging my team. I guess it just means that Minnesota and San Francisco did well, and you are playing for first place. You're giving yourself a chance. So in that respect, I like it. I don't know what I could have done differently on this one. So if you are the person watching this, you have a suggestion on what I should do differently, I am all ears on how to change this up when you're out of the 12 spot, trying to cobble something together. In the end, I definitely think I need another tight end, another wide receiver, and another tight end, another QB, and maybe it's just like taking and getting two subpar ones towards the end wherever they're available. Not dropping these two players off my team and ending up with Russell Wilson or Minshew and Woods. I don't know, whatever. You get it. You get it. Okay. Rate my team. I rated a 2 out of 10. Rate it for me. See you on the next one. Peace.